According to the score tracker, this could be a third scoreable bass for Jacob Powroznik.
£1, 12 ounces.
Okay. Jacob has found something magical in that bay or that intersection right there out there offshore. I don't know if it's a hard spot, a sandbar, maybe a big laydown log out there, but
Like carbon copy.
No idea what's holding those fish there. It's just a bare bank, and there's a ton of them there.
Andy Morgan, a 3-time FLW Angler of the Year, hooking up.
As we were saying, and that's a little fish, but he'll score.
£1, 9 ounces.
I'll take him. Let's start.
Michael Neal, $75,600 in earnings with Major
Score
League Fishing.
tracker update. Michael Neal is now on the board.
Let's make it official, Michael.
£1, 5 ounces.
First one of the knockout round. He ain't much, but he's big enough.
What do we need? What are we here for? Neal can commentate his own.
Jig. Come on, buddy.
Looks a little cooler out there this morning. It wasn't quite. It's not quite as cool this morning as it was yesterday. That was a little frontal passage we had, but it didn't come with a lot of rain. It didn't come with a lot of weather shake-up. Didn't bring a lot of wind. It was just a little warmer this morning.
And here I was thinking he was just going incognito.
£1, 4 ounces.
All four. Thanks, buddy.
So that looks to put Mark Daniels Jr. on the board.
And that bridge has become a. That's called calling your shot right there. I think that's his magical tree.
That was like playing catch in the
Well,
yard.
they're in
Just
there,
throw it,
the
they got
stars
the mid open already.
Magic tree.
The magic tree.
You must have talked to him about that last night.
What, you didn't ask him about it, him on a post-game show about that, Lurch? Oh.
Because they're on pool 8 again, so I don't want to give all the magic away. I don't want to let people know that the rabbit was already in the hat.
He said there is something about that tree on that slick bank right there. He has caught so many fish there during this tournament. He found it in practice.
Nice little skip in there, too.
I mean, like,
a grounder when you're playing catch like that.
He said they school under that tree for some reason.
That's what you call fast and furious right there. Little 3-inch white cane thumper on the swim jig. Deadly.
Now back to Powroznik.
Cast, set, hook, repeat.
Sounds like a Luke Bryan song.
Ugh.
£1,
Sunrise, sunset, something, repeat. Something. I'm more of a Western music listener than the country.
Okay.
He ended up in 15th. Top 20 advance, split into 2 groups, knockouts.
There we go. We'll start it with that one right there. Give me them scales. Give me them scales.
Is that like a Sammy? What is that?
Yeah, top water. It looked like a top water. Some kind of walking bait.
He ate that thing too, didn't he?
It won't be long before we see everybody do that. Use the scales as a tool, a holding tool.
Try to hold him still. That one's nice, very bad. £1, 10 ounces.
So if you use
110. First one knockout round.
And see, Jacob's quote on a school too, but his school is like pinned down on something there. It's relating to something hard there. I don't know what it is, a log, but you know, he's made the same cast at the exact same spot. Those fish they're pinned to the bottom. They're pinned to some kind of structure where, like the way Vincent or Ike are fishing, those fish are more roaming. They're more on the move, chasing, following wherever bait goes. The ones like Jacob is fishing for, they're set up on something in that current, waiting for bait to come to them.
Boom, like a depth charge going off right there for Sprague. See if he can get it in.
This is the kind of place that can shoot Sprague from about 7th place into 3rd real fast.
Got a face full of salad and hooks.
£1 6 ounces. Oh, top water bait.
Talk of the eelgrass with the rivers so high and then dropping. A lot of the natural grass and terrain these guys, I think, thought they were going to see. That's sort of gone away, and it's more the eelgrass now, as we see Stephen Browning.
Golly.
That's a toad for here.
That is a toad.
Man, choked it. Nervous.
2 pounds, 9 ounces.
That's a good one. That's the chunks. That's the one that we're after, guys.
Browning setting sail.
I can believe that over the years.
And looking at Iaconelli, you said you played a bit of that history before we got on air.
Well, that spot Iaconelli has is where Michael Baldwin won the 1999 Redman All-American. Same school of fish, just on a different side of the creek.
That's amazing how they use places like that year after year after year.
Yeah, they used to have big tournaments right up the way there on that bridge and release a lot, so it was always stocked. But now it's right around the corner, stocking that way.
3 pounds, 2 ounces.
Whoa, that's a good one.
And speaking of Browning, there you go.
Sonny Jim! I got you, sugar. Oh, man, thank you, Lord Jesus. I saw that fish bite it. Man, I watched you roll up there and get it, and I saw it flash, and I'm like, I'm sorry, sugar. I don't even know how to get that hook out. I got you, baby. I got you. You okay? You okay? Oh, I'm just freaking jacking her up. I'm so jacked up. Look at that, baby. That's a freaking 4.5. Come on, settle down, sugar. Come on, sugar. Come on. I need to get you back in the water. 3:15. Come on. Whip.
3 pounds, 15 ounces.
3:15. Look at that, boys and girls. I mean, I watched her eat that one. We sure finished it now. Woo! That's the one we need.
That takes a lot of gumption. That really does.
This guy's not young, but he's still pretty fearless.
He fishes like a 25-year-old on the water. He's got energy.
How many miles in an event do you think Ike goes up and down the deck of the boat?
17.
Good guess. Thank you.
Every spot's on the deck of that boat, front and back, gets love with the way he runs back and forth.
You don't think it's calculated because of that, do you, Marty?
Oh, Toyota's probably loving it. So is VMC and the others as well.
You were noticing these guys that are staying what we'll call our Black River contingent. We'll notice a lot of them, 3 days in the Black River now. A lot of them are starting to break out the spinning rod, the little bit more finesse presentations.
Over to Greg Vinson.
Get in here. Come on. There we go. There's one there.
7 ounces.
All right. Same place, just little key positions where they're setting up. Same place where I caught one earlier and saw some more.
Jacob Wheeler's down in 10th, guys.
There he is.
Little beaver hut looks pretty familiar from the other day.
I felt you bite that thing. That time you got it.
£1 10 ounces.
There you go.
Fish?
And in this sport, that's big.
Yeah, it is a fish. God. Never would do anything. Come here, boy. Yeah. Boom. Dude, they may be here. If nobody's fished this, they may be here good.
Speaking of confidence,
Hey, he's
That's
5
not where
pounds
we're supposed
behind
to be.
Powroznik before this.
£2, 1 ounce.
All right.
And he's within
That's an
3
awesome sign right
pounds,
there for the
3
spot.
ounces now.
down a river, when it hits an object,
Fish.
it'll actually, as Vinson's hooked up again, that current will actually create an eddy in front of the object too, not necessarily just behind it. And if a fish is feeding, that's a lot more opportunistic place for that fish to be to feed as the current brings its stuff to
And
pounce
leave it
upon.
to a TVA angler
we
to
go.
know that. That's a good sign. Ready?
Yes. £1, 8 ounces.
All right. Good thing it wasn't in his gills. It'd be fine.
That brings Vinson within 2 pounds, 2 ounces of the lead, held by Powroznik.
There he is. There he is. Good one, too. Come on, stay pegged, baby. Stay pegged. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. $2.25, man.
2 pounds, 5 ounces.
Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, get you some of that, man. Ah, yes. I mean, a fatty, dude.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I got one. Dude, another one hit it so hard, dude. One three? Yes, sir. You sure? No, it's fine. 1 3. You look bigger than that. A little bit. Not much, but.
He had 2 bites there really quick. Could this be MDJ finding him a little group of them?
And, you know, you almost kind of pencil yourself in as a good finish on a lake like that, especially that time of year with it being in the willows. This guy right here, he's caught a few on Grand Lake.
Down there, fish. Golly, stay.
This year he caught a few on every lake.
He did. He sure did.
Stay on there. Stay
No,
on
I
there,
was
stay
really
on
looking
there.
forward to Grand Lake.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Be nice to me. Yes.
Edwin needs a
come
late day surge here.
2 pounds, 7 ounces.
You 7. Get us back in the game.
That actually does get him back.
Gets it within 2 pounds and 11 ounces of 5th.
Caught?
The first person I ever saw throw an 1/8 ounce buzzbait was George Cocker. Man, you talking about lifting?
Yeah. Doing the trailer hook, too. See that bite? Mm-hmm. Here, what? I wish that one, the other one that hit it would have got it. That would have dwarfed that one. 1 pound, 3 ounces.
And here is Stephen Browning. He's been in the top 5 all day long until here in the final 30 minutes when Edwin Evers has made a run.
The one thing about Browning, though, he hasn't caught the quantity, but his quality is there.
So here is where the drama is on the elimination line. Evers, 44 pounds, 6 ounces. Browning, 42 pounds, 6 ounces. A 2-pound difference between the two.
Hey, let's don't count Daniels out either right yet. I mean, that one fish did him a lot of good.
So Mark Daniels Jr. at 40 pounds, 6 ounces is exactly 4 pounds in back of Evers. So Browning 2 pounds back. Daniels 4 pounds back. Under 12 minutes left in the knockout round here. Behind.
He's still working that boy howdy. And properly, apparently.
Big explosion right off that other boat's bow.
Too full.
Stephen Browning began this period in 3rd place. He's caught less than 5 pounds of scoreable bass, though.
And Edwin's hooked up. This could be a double-edged sword. No, I think it's going to be scoreable.
If it's scoreable.
1 pound. 1 pound, 3 ounces.
And might that be the one that seals it for Evers? His penalty's going to take him all the way down to about a minute left. He may not have a chance to catch another
1 pound,
fish.
3 ounces. 1 pound, 3 ounces.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Oh.
6, 5, 4.
Browning's got one in.
2, and a good one.
1. Evers out of the penalty box.
2 pounds.
10 ounces. Come on.
2 pounds, 10 ounces.
Come on.
Now remember, Evers' last fish has not been applied to Score Tracker. Let's let it settle for just a second.
I'll get you another one. You got time.
There's Evers, 45.09. Now Browning's will be added.
He was pissed.
210. He's going to be 45 pounds, so he's going to be 9 ounces back.
So Evers will have a slight lead of about 9 ounces over Browning with 1 minute left. A 9-ounce lead for Evers.
Come on, fish.
Evers hooked up.
But Evers is hooked up. This might be the final nail for Edwin.
I don't know if it's a pound, but I got him in the boat. Weigh a pound, buddy. Weigh a pound, weigh a pound, weigh a pound.
I bet you Browning hadn't even, his official hadn't even had a chance to get the Score Tracker updated.
1 ounce.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
9.
Come on.
8, 7, 6, 5,
Come on, come on,
4,
come on.
3, 2, 1. Lines out into the 3rd period.
And got to catch a 4-pounder now to make it. So now we got that dreaded time to wait. Make sure everything's updated.
Greg Vinson is in 1st place with 63 pounds, 10 ounces. Michael Neal is in 2nd with 60 pounds and 4 ounces. Jacob Powroznik's in 3rd with 53 pounds, 13 ounces. Mike Iaconelli is in 4th with 51 pounds, 7 ounces. Edwin Evers is in 5th with 45 pounds, 9 ounces. You're in 6th with 45 pounds, 0 ounces. Mark Daniels is in 7th with 43 pounds, 9 ounces. Jeff Sprague's in 8th with 34 pounds, 0 ounces. Andy Morgan's in 9th with 30 pounds, 11 ounces. Jacob Wheeler's in 10th with 30 pounds, 8 ounces.
Barring any changes, still in the lead. You finished in 1st place in your group of the REDCREST. You're moving on.
Man, I can't tell you how good this feels. You know, it's the first ever REDCREST. You don't get many chances to be the first ever at anything, but somebody's going to be the first ever REDCREST champion. And I put myself in a position that if I can beat 9 other anglers, I can have that title.